It's the Riot Podcast, the Monday, November 13th edition. Good to have Isaiah back for this one. Isaiah, you missed a lot when you were gone.
And I wasn't having fun either.
No. Yeah, you were sick. I'm imagining you weren't listening to the podcast while you were sick.
I didn't listen to much of anything. There's a lot of sleeping for me.
Okay, then I don't feel as bad. But me and Nikki, we did here's one of the major highlights is on Friday, the most recent the most recent episode, the only episode since you left. We did Choice Champions.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, on a Friday. Nikki beat me.
Shocker to no one.
I'm undefeated no longer.
You can't beat Nikki.
No.
There's no beating Nikki.
I should have known that going in. But Nikki, did win in the Chicken Sandwich Choice Champions draft. You want to give your chicken, can you do this off the top of your head? Your chicken sandwich
rankings?
Yeah.
I would put Chick-fil-A at number 1 for me.
That's what Nikki took.
I would take Chick-fil-A at 1. I'd probably follow it up with Popeyes.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe KFC.
KFC, interesting.
KFC would probably be my 3.
Let me see if I can recall, going back to Friday, who we chose. Nikki had Chick-fil-A number 1. Then I had the second pick, which was clearly Popeyes. The next pick, what did I go with? I took Zaxby's.
Zaxby's is good.
Yeah. And I took Wendy's, I think. I think I had Popeyes, Zaxby's, Wendy's.
Did anybody take Hot Chicken Takeover?
No.
I would put that at my number 2, probably, actually.
Hot Chicken Takeovers is good.
I'd put that at 2. I really like Hot Chicken Takeover.
Nikki had... Did she pick McDonald's? Or did she just give it an honorable mention? She did pick Wingstop, which I thought was big for her.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyways, you can actually hear for sure who we definitely picked if you listen to the previous episode of the Worst of the Riot podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, even though you're listening to one right now. Okay. Today in the show, we introduced the vending machine challenge. Wish we could do it. We don't have a vending machine in the building. If we did, we would do it. It sounds fun. We also talk about positive phrases people hate. And a surprising first date that the majority of Americans agree is an acceptable first date.
Even though we disagree.
Yep, we're in the minority on that one. So enjoy. Isaiah's back. Enjoy that. We'll catch you next time.
See you guys.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The Worst of the Riot. Radio U.
Hey, here's a question for you. Did you wind up watching anything? Streaming anything? Did you have any time? Were you awake enough while you were sick?
I did not watch any movies.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time I was sick, I didn't even watch TV. I just kind of laid there.
Yeah.
In just sadness, mainly, on my phone. I should have watched a bunch of movies. I did not. I watched football over the weekend.
Yeah.
But over the course of the past 7 days that I've been sick, I didn't watch a single thing.
No,
shockingly.
I remember when the last time I was sick like that, and I didn't watch a whole heck of a lot. But I was like, oh, well, if I'm sick, at least I'll just lie here. I'll catch up on some podcasts or whatever. And even that I couldn't focus on. So, no, it makes sense. Would you consider streaming something on your couch an appropriate first date?
That's a good question. I would say if you, previously to the first date, if you and this person are like mutual friends, maybe. If you're in the same friend groups, or if you've known each other. But it wouldn't be a first date if you were like just meeting for the first time. Like if I met you at like Kroger or something, and I asked you to go on a date with me, which would be crazy.
Yeah.
But let's say I did that.
Oh, this is crazy.
Let's say I did that. Then I wouldn't ask you on a date to watch a movie at my house.
Yeah. If you just had a meet,
that would be wild.
If you just had a meet cute, or if you matched with somebody on Hinge, you don't invite them over to stream something on Netflix.
No.
But apparently you're in the minority because 57% of people have declared in a new survey of 5,000 Americans that streaming a movie or series is an acceptable first date.
Doesn't that feel kind of scary? Like if you've like never, especially if it's like if you're online dating, like if you're on Hinge,
Yeah.
and you've never met this person,
And you're going to go to their house.
you're just gonna drive straight to their house. You're gonna walk in the front door. You're gonna plop on down the couch. That seems scary.
Yeah. You're taking a risk. You're taking a risk on either side of the equation, man or woman. That's uncomfortable to me. You got to really trust this person that you have never met before.
And you think about, there's no worse place to be catfished than if you plan on watching a movie together. Because at least if you go out for like food and the person is not who they say they are, or they look different or anything, or you just don't vibe with them, it's way easier to get out of that. Where once you walk into the confines of somebody's house, if you wanted to leave early from the movie, that's much harder to do. Because you're leaving a home instead of just like the food being done.
Yeah.
Not as many outs.
Yeah, you're stuck there for a full 2 hours, if not more. That's nerve-wracking. And it's not even, we've discussed this. It's not even a good conversation. You can't get to know the person.
We already said that we're against movie dates anyway.
Yeah, but I'd sooner go on a movie date to the theater than I would go on a movie date. First date, where you're sitting on somebody's couch. But apparently we are in the minority. 57% of Americans say first date. Yeah, pop on Netflix. Look what's on HBO Max. Go for it. That is shocking to me.
Seems dangerous. I would not recommend that.
What do you think the odds are that the reason that this is so high is not because they surveyed a bunch of single people that are actually dating? This is just like a wide range of people. And so it's a bunch of married people that are older, and they're like, yeah, that's what the kids are doing.
It's a cheap date, I'm sure.
Yeah, that makes about as much sense as anything to me, because this doesn't check out.
Nobody does it better. The Riot Radio U.
Grammy nomination. Can we cut and start over?
Nope.
Grammy nominations is what I was trying to say. Just came out over the weekend. I've got a Grammy nominated singer here. She just got nominated. Bobby Storm, featured on a new Maverick City music song that got nominated for the Grammys. But Bobby Storm just about got kicked off of a plane over the weekend, a Delta Airlines flight. Would you like to guess why?
Causing havoc?
Yeah, but how?
I don't know.
What would something that Bobby Storm could uniquely do to get her kicked off of a plane?
Well,
She'd be uniquely qualified for as a Grammy-nominated singer.
Sounds like she must have been singing.
Yeah, she was singing so much that she just about got kicked off of a plane. She was threatened with being kicked off of the flight because she wouldn't stop singing. There's some great video, and she posted this. This whole thing makes me uncomfortable because there's a whole video. She posted it on her Instagram like she's proud of it. I mean, you should be proud to be Grammy nominated, but if you watch the whole video, she announces to the plane, "Hey everyone, I just got nominated for a Grammy," and a few people are kind of, there's a smattering of applause.
Woo!
Yeah. And then she's like, "I'm going to share my song with you." And the flight attendant comes up and he's like, no. He's like, "No,
you're not."
Yeah. It was literally like an Elf when Buddy is singing and the manager's like, "There's no singing on this in the North Pole." That is what happened on this plane. I didn't know you could get kicked off a plane for singing. And it's not the singing that's the problem. It was just her calling the attention to herself. Like, nobody even know. Yeah, you're nominated for a Grammy, but nobody knows who you are. And so
you're not like Beyonce standing up on the plane.
Yeah.
Where everyone's like, "Oh, it's Beyonce. She probably should sing." You're just some random person.
Yeah,
nobody
that was
on the plane.
Featured.
Yeah, nobody on the plane knows who you are. And you're going to stand up and say, "I'm going to sing a song for y'all."
Yeah.
And immediately everyone on the plane is going, No, you're not.
Yeah. She tried pulling the plane. She's like, she goes, Well, I was just sharing. Everybody wants to hear it, don't you? Everybody, and the flight attendant's like, no,
Nobody wants to hear it.
They don't want to hear it. You're bothering. I love the flight attendant goes, I don't care if they want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
You're bothering everybody.
To the point where he was so anti-singing, it almost felt like it was staged, but I don't think it was.
That makes it so much better.
Yeah.
That this random flight attendant has the wherewithal to just stand up to her and just be like, no, we're not doing this.
Shut this down.
Yeah, right away.
It is fun to think about that you can get just about kicked off of a plane for singing, and yet all the other things that people get away with actually doing on planes. That's just fine.
Yeah, Bobby, yet again, a fantastic artist.
Yeah,
but
congratulations on all your success.
Unfortunately, you can't just be singing anywhere. No matter how good you are, there's certain places where you can sing and you can't sing, even if you're a good singer. And on a plane is absolutely not a place where anybody even should be talking.
It doesn't matter how good you are.
Let alone singing.
Yeah. You get out in the terminal, go for it.
There should never be a time when you're on a plane where you stand up and address the plane. That should never happen.
Unless there's something's gone wrong.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be a positive address of the plane. Just don't do it.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
What is an inspirational or positive phrase that you see everywhere that you wish would be canceled? And everybody, so many people have nailed it. They've nailed the most unpopular phrase. There's so much agreement on this. Dan, Regina, Stacy, Justin, all texted this in, and others. Live, laugh, love. Well done. Now, with so many, maybe it's just our audience, but with so many, and also this survey, though, with so many people saying they can't stand the live, laugh, love moniker. Why is it still so popular? You see it everywhere.
It's on all kinds of things that you can buy for your house.
Yeah.
Decorations.
You can't walk 10 feet at like a farmer, like one of those farmer market things. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Without a live, laugh, love sign seeing somewhere. You just can't do it. So somebody still likes it.
Yeah, I would say for me, that's probably the first one that I would have thought of. And along with a bunch of people texting in, Philip says also, life is like a box of chocolates.
It's on less signs.
I like Thomas's. Shoot for the moon, even if you miss. You'll land among the stars. Cringy.
Yeah. Some of the other ones on the list, that one didn't make the list. It is what it is, which that's less like.
That was number 2.
Yeah. You wouldn't see that.
I don't hate that one.
You wouldn't see it on a t-shirt. It's less like inspirational and more just, it doesn't mean anything. People just say that when they want the conversation to end, I think. Happiness is a choice was number 3. That feels insulting to people that are sad.
Doesn't it?
It's not inspirational. That's actually rude to me.
Derogatory.
Good vibes only was on the list.
That one's overused, yeah.
Yeah. Carpe diem, that's old school. That's got to be the oldest school on the list. That's like probably 1,000 years old. Maybe even 2,000, some might say. And then find your bliss rounds out the top.
Hate that one.
10. Yeah, I don't see that. I don't see that as much. So it's not as overused, but it is kind of just fluff, I don't know why. I don't know why I let the live, laugh, love get to me, but I see it. I see it out, and I'm like, especially when you walk into somebody's house and they have like a pillow that says it, and it just makes me think a little less of them, and I don't know why.
What do you have in your house? You have a sign in your house that says anything?
No.
Yes, you do. Which one is it?
I don't have any sayings on signs.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
In your bathroom, there isn't one in there?
No. Me and my wife.
Like hanging somewhere?
If me or my wife had something like this, it would be ironically, because we both Can't stand it.
So you have no signage
No
with
signage.
any words on it.
No. Yeah.
I only have one.
What does yours say?
Mine says, "Let's get weird," and it's hanging. It's actually sitting on my little counter in my living room. But mine doesn't say "Live, Laugh, Love." That'd be crazy.
Yeah. That'd be, it'd be wild. A single guy, you walk into his house.
Live, laugh, love, baby. Life is bliss.
Oh, hi there.
This worst of the riot.
Crank that up.
Radio U.
Here's a question for you. You can text in at 8772 Radio U. This is something that could brighten your day at the office, I think. A little game you guys could play. I heard about this, I'll admit it, on another podcast. Yes, there are other ones besides the Worst of the Riot podcast, which you can subscribe to anywhere. Sometimes we borrow or hear good ideas from other podcasts. This was on the Russillo podcast, the vending machine challenge. Have you ever heard of a workplace doing this?
I have not.
The vending machine challenge is as follows. Over the course of one workday, you have to eat one item from every slot in the vending machine. You have to accomplish that all within like your regular 9 to 5 or whatever your regular 8-hour workday would be. If you can do that, everybody puts in whatever, saying you can't do it or whatever, $5, who knows, however big your office is. And then you get a prize if you are able to actually accomplish that.
It's one item from each row? Not everything, right?
What, like one of each? Not, most vending machines would be what, like six rows high?
Yeah.
No, I mean like from each, because they go back. I mean each row back. Literally each slot in the vending machine, you have to eat one of everything. And some things there's multiple of. And I believe the way they presented it is you would have to eat the multiple things if they take up multiple slots. So you think about what's in a vending machine, your average vending machine, you're going to have several chocolate bars in there, bunch of bags of chips, some crackers, nuts, perhaps. I believe in this instance, there was Rice Krispie treats were involved.
Maybe some honey buns.
Honey buns.
Those little cookies.
The big Texas cinnamon roll.
Famous Amos.
Famous Amos, yeah. When you first hear it, you're like, oh, I could accomplish that easy. I don't think you could.
Some of them even
That's why it's a challenge.
Some of them even have like bags of popcorn that haven't been popped yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Eating one of those is an undertaking on its own. Forget about the entire everything else left.
So
in
you're
the vending
saying
machine.
finishing off a vending machine solo is what we're doing?
Yeah, one of each. One of
everything.
Item. Yeah, except gum if there's gum in yours.
You're just eating every item in the vending machine.
Yeah, can you do that in a space of a workday?
No, you cannot.
Apparently, it's nearly impossible.
It is. I'm looking at a full vending machine right now, stocked up. There's 6 rows down.
Uh-huh.
And 5 of the 6 rows are 5 across.
So you're talking what, 30?
And then one of the rows is 10 across.
This one has 32. It looks like an average vending machine. You're talking.
Yeah, I've got about 30, between 32 and 35 is the slots I'm looking at.
Looks like you're talking about 12 bags of chips and then
of different kinds.
4 kinds of snack cakes.
You're eating 100 items probably.
But no, you're eating 32.
I thought you said if there's 6 in the row, you're eating all those.
No. I'm talking like you have to eat one of everything in there.
Okay,
so it's the 32.
You need to explain this better.
I said one from every row.
Okay,
and the rows go back. So I'm saying
one of each thing in there.
One of each.
There we go.
We're talking 32 things. Now, could you do that? Could you do 32 things?
Yes.
You think you could do it?
Over the course of 8 hours, I think I could do it.
What would be your strategy? What order would you go in?
I would try to get the candy knocked out early. The candy's going to be the toughest. I can house chips all day.
Yeah.
No problem. I'm going to want to eat the honey bun maybe right when I get there in the morning.
Yeah, that's a suitable breakfast. It's a nutritious option.
And then I got to get the Skittles and M&Ms and Reese's. I got to get all that out of there as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Because once I get to just chips, I'm looking good.
Yeah, I think you save the chips for last. It'll be tough, though. Yeah, I think you got to save the rewarding stuff for the end. the things that you actually enjoy more. I don't really like Skittles. I don't really get excited about a Snickers bar. I like it, but I don't. So if that was the last, it's 4:00, 4:30, and I've eaten 31 other things, and now I got to eat a Snickers bar too.
Sounds terrible.
So I'd knock that out at the beginning too.
You want to save like the good stuff for the end. I agree with you. The Ruffles. Give me the Funyuns at the end of the
sour
line.
cream and onion.
Yes.
The Cheetos Crunchy. Close those out because I don't care how.
Give me the
full I
Lay's
am.
Original. I can always finish a bag of Lay's Original no matter how hungry I am.
Yeah. So there's an idea for you. You want to have some fun at the office. Start a vending machine challenge pool. See if any of you or your coworkers and the vending machine company will be very glad.
Wasn't that a great Riot clip? While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.